Good morning. I have another book for you guys. First of all, I have to know if you guys are wearing your sports shirts today. I decided to wear my D-back t-shirt, and the boys are both wearing D-back shirts too, because this would be opening day on Thursday night. It was supposed to be opening day, and it's kind of a holiday in our house, so in that spirit, we're supporting the Diamondbacks today. So anyways, I have this book. It's called The Cool Bean. If you've read The Bad Seed or The Good Egg, it is the same author and illustrator, and this is the next one in the series, and I know that my first graders, you guys would love it. So this is written by Jory John and Pete Oswald, and they're a dynamic team. They do some fun illustrations. When I read this, I might have to show you guys some of the funny parts in it, so it might take a little longer. All right, so the Cool Bean. Watch out, here come the cool beans. The cool beans. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses, yow! The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond county lines. In the olden days last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, became the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play the guitar. Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes. So cool. And one of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known. Cool. Me? Well, I mostly just stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses. Too big. I slicked my hair back. Oh, too slick. I strutted around. Oof! Ow! And I tried to swagger. I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit, and I snorted when I laughed. Whew! I walked into stuff, and I was an uncool bean, that's for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. I'd never be a cool bean. It seemed like there were two types of beans in the world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me. This is the part that I think parents might find a little funny. And the days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches and mostly kept to myself. And the cool beans continued being cool. I mean, sure, I missed them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like all that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship. And that's how it went until one day. I wonder what's gonna happen. I was in the cafeteria and I dropped my lunch on my loafers. Oh, no, not again. But then something sort of miraculously happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. That was it. Later, I was out on the playground and I tripped and scraped my knee and maybe cried a little bit, and everybody saw it. Another one of the cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. That afternoon, I was sitting in class and I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me. Everybody stared. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then everybody just laughed at once at me. And that was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me, and everybody watched. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything to me. I walked home. Sorry, I want to make sure I didn't. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was the day that could have been really bad, if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. Somebody had my back, or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. How have you been? Get it? How have you been? Not all the time, but sometimes, like at lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up again, and pointing them in the right direction. You need a hand? Oh, yeah, please. Now that's cool. And that's that. So, my friends, I'm gonna stop the video right there, but I want you guys to think about how you can be a cool bean, and also what makes you feel confident. How are you confident in yourself? What do you make you feel strong or makes you you? Miss you guys.